Well, we're not done yet. Merlini, however, is. And before we actually cast this final game, I gotta say, James, you had a bit of an incident.
I just coughed my lungs up in front of Merlini, and he freaked out.
It sounded like a cat, some weird combination of a cat like hacking up a fur ball and then just a person dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And things came out of my mouth. Merlini was like, and then ran away.
Merlini's normally got a pretty good stomach for those sorts of things. He's like, ugh, just ran out of the room.
Yeah. I think that with the combination of this horrible shirt that I don't know why I bought it.
Did Bruno give that to you?
I don't know, but I can undo it all the way down to here. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But otherwise, we should get into the game. It is going to be game 3. I haven't watched game 1 and 2, but we're already in the draft. And it's, as everybody should know, Team Dignitas versus Evil Geniuses. I'm still going to favor Team Dignitas here, just because they're a team that normally come in very stable. And to beat Team Dignitas, you have to take them out of their comfort zone. To do that, I think EG needed heroes like Nature's Prophet or something creative mid that can make some plays. They've given away the Nature's Prophet. Team Dignitas have it. They've got the Nyx Assassin, which when we see fair play, normally he's so on point for EG with the Nyx Assassin. They've given that away as well. Shadow Demon's a great pickup. Chen's a really solid pickup as well. You know, are they going to go for push?
See,
I hope not.
You didn't watch the last 2 games. Shadow Demon is a great hero. I don't know if he's a great pickup for EG. Bambo's disruptions have been really questionable.
Okay.
But with that being said, it's game 3. If you don't know what tournament this is, it's the Corsair Summer 2013. Winner of this will be first place in Group C. There is also a giveaway going on, guys. gc.corsair.com. You can head over there, enter to win some free Dota TV tickets, make the organizers very happy. Corsair have done some pretty good stuff for Dota 2.
Corsair have been in esports for a long time. They're one of actually the RAM manufacturers that actually have probably done the most over the course. So they're it's a really solid company. And I think you know, when we were all growing up buying RAM, it's like, do I get the Corsair value or do I get the Corsair good RAM? But they've been around for a long time, so it's nice to see them doing some Dota 2 as well. Team Dignitas pick up the Anti-Mage. So if LD, after casting 12 hours, wanted this to be a quick game.
Yeah, about that.
Unlucky. Unless they get to shut him down. But I think, you pick an Anti-Mage against an SD, sometimes that's really...
it's a ballsy pick.
Yeah. It's like...
Then again, it's been not the best day for Bambo on the Shadow Demon. So we'll see if he turns things around here. Also, they deny this to Fear. EG have gone with this exact same opening now 3 games in a row. Shadow Demon Chen, always their first 2 picks. In game 1, the game worked out for them, but I didn't feel they really took advantage of these 2. We'll have to see if they do a bit better now. My big curiosity is, what is Fear going to play this game? We've seen him on the Anti-Mage, that worked great. We saw him on Luna, not so much.
Yeah, we'll see how happens.
And you're too busy.
I'm reading the chat feedback on my shirt. Apparently the shirt's definitely a no. So I'm okay with that. It's
too much Bruno in your life.
Lack of clothes, guys. We commentators just don't make enough. Keep up the light.
You subscribe to BTS or GD Studio, maybe you can get James some new clothes.
Yeah, if you subscribe to BTS, yes, they will send me.
We'll buy you clothes.
Subscribe to BTS, and they will clothe the Good Studio. And if you subscribe to the Good Studio, we will send girls' clothes to BTS, just in case you have any girls come over. Sometimes they don't feel so comfortable in the morning.
We'll clothe them well.
They like big T-shirts. So
we've got those. See, we're already covered. We don't need your clothes.
Gamers are the best for the sleepovers. There you go, ladies. Some advice. Keeper of the Light for Evil Geniuses.
Oh, I hope this is not a demon Keeper of the Light. Have you visited When Did EG Throw last recently?
No. Surprisingly not. Why? What's happening?
His last Keeper of the Light game, he was a Shadow Blade Keeper of the Light. He just refused to back off. Like, goes into the jungle, hides in the tree line, channels a full duration Illuminate, then they come after him. He could have just run away, but he decides to stick around and channel another one. So they hunt him down, they kill Demon, ends up costing them the game. Well, not just that, but that was one of the defining moments. So we'll see. Demon has been playing off lane for this team, and they already have 2 supports here. So setting up maybe for a Phantom Lancer pick, because this is... otherwise, this lineup is just super defensive. You've got to get a really hard carry to try and take this late.
Yeah, I think a Phantom Lancer pickup would be a great next pick. Obviously, it's not banned out. They have the chance to do it. Leshrack's a nice pickup as well for Team Dignitas, giving them a little bit of more push potential with the Nature's Prophet when it comes actually to getting on those towers. And Team Dignitas, as I mentioned before, do enjoy at least getting to the towers and getting early advantages and gold for their supports. Phantom Lancer, going to be the choice for Evil Genius's carry. Once again, still a great pickup. It's a pretty lineup, but it's just so safe. It's like the ultimate safe line. I mean, look at it. It's like you've got an SD to disrupt your carry. You've got a Chen to heal. You've got Keeper of the Light to counter kind of push potential at your towers. It's a very, very safe lineup, and I don't think Team Dignitas are too worried about this because Nyx Assassin against this lineup could actually shine.
Yeah, could have a field day.
Yeah, could have a field day. So we'll have to see how that's going to go in the early game with the what we expect to be tri-lanes. And now we're looking for the mid for Team Dignitas.
Yeah, well, it could be a Nyx mid, but probably a support Nyx this game. And
yeah, I would think so.
They actually banned out Beastmaster. I'm a little surprised they didn't ban out Magnus, because EG already a Phantom Lancer coddle. You get Magnus, that is like the picture-perfect turtle all game, get your PL6 slotted, then go win kind of lineup. But we'll see. Maybe they take it for themselves. Maybe they just don't think EG won it. Maybe they're not afraid of it. Bunch of possibilities here, but
I would love a I'm just a fan. I would love a puck in Team Dignitas' lineup.
That would go well. That would actually go
just
really
because it's like it gives you enough breathing room for the Nyx Assassin to get in. It causes enough kind of distortion in the team fights that Nature's Prophet will be able to get in safely.
Yeah.
But they've gone for a Mirana, which is actually again a really good pickup just because of the ulti at level 1. It's so powerful just to make your whole team invisible, and it costs the enemy team so much to handle it. And again, it does cause that kind of disruption. So I think Mirana is a great pickup for this almost not this exactly same way as a puck, but just the kind of disruptive way the fights are now going to go, throwing down that ultimate.
It's a lot of lockdown for Dignitas. They've got a pretty powerful tri-lane here. The one concern is they don't really have a great setup. You can try to initiate with Impale, but you've got to get close as a melee hero to do it. Leshrack doesn't want to be the initiator. You can go for just a blind arrow. It might be hard for them to actually set up a kill, but if they do hit one stun, the follow-up is insane. If they hit you with a stun, you're probably dead.
Yeah, no, I think that's a really good kind of way of describing it because, yeah, if you get the arrow, if you get a Nyx Impale, you're good. If you don't, EG will be able to just sit back safe as a group, and you probably won't be able to break him very easily. And that Nyx Assassin, played by Fogged, as he just picked it up, is probably going to need a Blink Dagger. And Jo is going to pick up a Doom, adding a little bit more punch to their lineup and a little bit more tankiness. And also, looks like they want to take this to the long game. And, you know, Doom is a great pickup as well, because you're AoE 2000 on that anti-mage. The one thing you hate on an AM is when you come in is if you get doomed. Because if you get doomed, lockdown, you can't blink out.
No Manta, no BKB, no real way out.
So I like the pickup from EG on the Doom, but we'll see how it goes, because it does feel not greedy, but it doesn't feel like they're going to be too ready to take the fights. But Doom actually does come pretty relevant when he hits level 6 if you're able to get him in the right lanes and right positions for the team fights.
And on that note, guys, it's Game 3. It's our final game of the evening. We're going to introduce the teams now. Dignitas on the dire side, AUI 2000. The anti-mage heading to the safe lane. Snake King actually going to be taking his talents on the Nature's Prophet to the mid lane. This puts Universe on your Mirana. Tri-lane for them. Fog to the support Nyx, and Way Too Sexy on the Leshrack. On the Radiant side, it's Evil Geniuses. Have looked to me quite a bit weaker than Dignitas, but they've managed to eke out a win in Game 1. Here they are in Game 3. Jo on the Shadow Demon. Fear, he's been the backbone for this team. Playing the Phantom Lancer. B-Diz, support Keeper of the Light. Bambo on the Chen this time around, not B-Diz. And now Demon, starting with the bottle pulled a salve. Is he just... I'm not sure what he's doing here. Jungle...
It's a really interesting kind of situation that both teams have got themselves in. You've got Jo mid on the SD, and SD actually is a really, really good mid hero. Especially so, I would believe, against Nature's Prophet, who probably won't be able to dodge many Shadow Poisons, and his Treant kind of harass isn't going to be that powerful because they're going to get stacked and potentially killed. AoE 2000 on the AM is going to be able to pick up a DD rune, but he's on the safe lane, and that's like I think it's pretty okay for him, but he probably will just get spammed down by Fear with the Spirit Lance, and Bambo will most likely be in their jungle. So I'm not sure who I favor, but all I'm going to say is the kind of positions that both teams have gone to in the lanes, it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens mid, what happens top, and what Demon's going to do. Because he's going to start jungle, sure, but you don't really want to leave your safe lane unfarmed.
Yeah, you don't want to. He gets a Centaur early. The thing that's interesting for me is Dignitas, they've left the anti-mage solo top. I think they maybe expected just sort of some sort of solo off lane here. In fact, AUI is getting aggressive. Double damage run up, doing a lot of damage early. Doom can't really enter that lane. If he goes into that tri lane, he will just give up an early kill. Bambo ushering everyone away. It is an offensive tri lane for EG, putting a lot of pressure on AUI. Issue is they can't really kill him. Unless AUI just overextends, there's no lockdown. They've got some decent bursts to harass him out of lane. They won't be able to kill him, though, and I think Demon's the one who could end up going down here if they stay aggressive tri lane, but they won't. They're actually going to rotate off the lane. We'll see 3 heroes heading towards top. Fogged is going to join the party. And this I like for EG, because they're aggressive tri lane with the Keeper of the Light, and that's almost always an advantage.
Yeah, it should be, but Aoi 2000's got off to a pretty decent start. He's 4-0 against the Fear, who's just going to be catching up now on his last hits. But with the Chen in the jungle, Bambo really just has to watch out. Way Too Sexy is rotated earlier. Fogged is going to scout out Bambo now in the jungle, so
much for watching out. He's just parading through the enemy jungle, eating tangos as he goes.
Yeah, but this makes it's not a tri lane anymore. There's no, you know, Aoi 2000 on the AM should be getting his farm, should be pretty safe, won't be dying, and Bambo's the one that could be in trouble, falling either behind on levels and needs to make something happen. Going back to mid, we mentioned it earlier that Jo might be having a good time. He is having a pretty good time on his SD in terms of last hits, but he is taking quite a bit of damage from the tree and harass.
So in the end, the bottom lane, Demon was pulled early. It turns into a 1v1 against the Mirana. Now Universe wants to make a go. This could be your first blood.
There it is.
Jumps in. Demon throws one away. Was caught completely. The Prophet with the haste rune was there as well. Yeah, that's not an easy matchup for Doom, but to die that early, just Demon overextending.
He probably should have stayed in the jungle and then not even.
And now Bambo, top lane. In comes AUI. That's a 3-hero Illuminate. Does a lot of damage. It won't be enough to get a kill, but a Lance comes through. Can't tango his way out. Fear, he's found one. Can he find more? Beat is dropping quickly. Impale should be the death of him, but Fear's going to have a Lance soon. He might end up getting another kill. This Fear, Phantom Lancer, it'll be a double kill for him. They do give up 2. The anti-mage, however, goes down. Slight advantage perhaps there in that engagement to EG.
Yeah, definitely. It looked good for Team Dignitas to start with, just because of how they started it. Obviously, that's why it's to start with. But Fear getting a double kill. He's now picked up his Tranquil Boot, so he's going to be pretty happy to sit on the lane, and Aoi is going to have to catch up a little bit on farm, and Fogged and also Way Too Sexy are going to need to make something decent happen on this lane.
And the issue is just, as you hinted at earlier, is that AUI can just kind of get harassed out of lane here. No Tranquil Boots up yet. Even once he gets them, Tranquil Boots aren't really enough to deal with constant Illuminate and Lance spam. They'll help keep you in lane a bit longer, but he might have to make a Fountain Trip or be pulled quite a bit of regen. For Dignitas, they found a few early kills. They've got a smoke. I would love to see them make a go on Jo, because that Shadow Demon mid, if you catch him with an initial stun, he could chain stun him. He won't get off the defensive disrupt. Could go down. But for the I don't actually think they can get any kills on this top lane unless EG really overextends, which for the time being they're sitting pretty far back.
Yeah, no, I agree. If Dignitas put some focus on the mid lane, they potentially at the end of the laning phase will win 2 lanes. Universe on the Mirana bottom is pretty much just keeping Demon out. Obviously, Demon got a couple points into Devour, getting a little bit of farm there as top lane. Aoi looking to harass Fear, but overall, if they focus on the mid lane a little bit and Aoi picks up some okay farm, they could win 2 lanes here, Team Dignitas.
Yeah, AUI's not in danger of dying, as we keep on saying, unless he decides to jump into EG. So he can sit back, he can farm, maybe farms a bit less. We'll see a double damage picked up by Snakecane. This could be trouble. If EG get aggressive here, if Bambo dies, a double damage Prophet, you sprout somebody, you hit them a few times, they'll probably fall.
They could actually bring that Nature's Prophet top with that DD and actually make something pretty big happen.
Yeah, he's going to pop it now. He does reveal the DD. Ult gets deployed. Oh, was thinking about it. Snakecane was maybe looking to make a go. Could also go bottom on Demon. There's a lot of options. You can sprout to set up an arrow. For the time being, he wants to push out the mid lane, but EG really need to be playing defensively right now. Prophet hitting level 6. This is high time to be backing off in all 3 lanes. They found Fear at the tower, or rather at the secret shop. He's isolated. He'll get impaled. He doesn't have access to Doppelwalk yet. A 3-hero Illuminate comes through, but down they go. Now the Prophet ult comes forth. Where is the Prophet TP? Snakecane now TPing in to the fight. He's going to find Bambo. Bambo's going to fall. Double kill already for Snakecane, looking to make it a triple. Can't do it. Now Jo purges Snakecane, removing the double damage rune, slowing him down. Fear on the chase. He did buy back for this. He'll get a kill. And they disrupt AUI as well, who has taken an early point mana break. He'll blink north and does escape, but, well, that was a timely reaction by Jo. Really nice movement from him.
Yeah, good movement from Jo. I was a bit concerned that Fear actually bought back. I felt it was a little bit unnecessary, but when they brought Jo in, just taking down that Nature's Prophet, really nice. And Fear, once again, gets back in control of the lane. So he's picking up some pretty decent farm on his Phantom Lance. And meanwhile, at bottom, Universe going to be chasing down Demon, and actually hits an arrow, and in comes Snake King, not needed, and there's another kill. So Universe is having a great game, and I think Demon, I mean, obviously he knows what he's up against in terms of damage, but we had such early kind of phase boots on this Mirana that just the harass damage is huge, and one arrow with 4 points into Starstorm should he always equal a kill.
Yeah, one of the biggest issues with Doom as a laner is he's a melee hero with no real lane control. You can eat creeps and get extra gold. You can get some auras from the creeps, from the neutrals, but the other big issue is he's got 1 base armor. He has actually 4 now because he's just eaten a Wildkin, so a little bit more armor, but still, a phase boots Mirana. Universe can just right-click you, and all you can do is run away. You can't really sit in the lane. You can't really get aggressive. You're certainly not going to be killing that Mirana, so free farm for Universe. And you talked about the early level 6 of Mirana. Universe has taken the ult early. Used to be you'd see Mirana skip this because it cost a lot of mana, but now, well, it's only 75, so why not get it?
Yeah, I think he took it at either level 7 or 8, but another part of the storyline that's not going too great for Team Dignitas is Bambo. We said, like, okay, this could be an offensive tri-lane top with obviously the Chen being the last of it in the jungle, but then he just got harassed out when they rotated Team Dignitas, and he's currently level 3 at 7 minutes in. I think that was better than the last Chen in the last game. I remember a level 1 at 5 minutes in, but still not too awesome. So Bambo needs to catch up a little bit, and Demon has hit now level 6. So we'll see if this Doom's going to come into effect.
Yeah, the other concern is with that Chen off the lane, can Fear actually stay in the lane? He's actually been driven back. They dropped a Sentry Ward. They almost killed him, couldn't quite find the kill. Maybe they should just mix up their lanes here. Even abandon the off lane, just run a defensive tri-lane with the PL. PL has to get really fat this game for EG to be in a good situation. They'll go in mid, Disruption and Soul Catcher. Here comes your roaming, ganking PL. Lance available, Fear trying to bide his time and secure the kill. He won't. Now he's going to head bottom. A drive-by from Old Man, and he'll get a kill.
That was a bit sad that Snake King didn't want to A, use haste so he could get closer to his tower, and B, use the 10 charges on his wand.
Yeah, he might have been able to
live. I think maybe he felt like he was going to die, so he might as well save it. As sorry, I missed that completely.
Yeah, so did I. But
picks up another kill onto Demon.
Another solo kill.
Yeah.
3 for 0.
I mean, Demon is like, a lot of people say he's not a nice guy and give him a lot of shit on like Twitter, but like he is just so nice. Like, how many people would go up against the enemy team and just gift them 3 kills to an off lane Mirana? It's just like, you can't talk anything bad about that guy.
What a gentleman.
He's just so pleasant.
Such a handicap. Beatus gets caught. There's your Sprout. AUI driving him back. Way too. Fishing for a stun. Now the body block from Snake King. The haste rune that he didn't use earlier coming into play now. Mana Void from AUI. Didn't count the mana there at all and just completely blows it. Doesn't accomplish a thing. And this gives a little bit of time to Fear. He'll farm the bottom lane. I like the fact they've just given up on him being in the top lane because he needs to be fat for this team to have a chance.
Yeah, we'll see what the harass is like as well on Universe playing the Mirana on Fear down at bottom. So he is actually going to try and harass the best he can, but it's going to be a lot harder to kill Fear than, of course, it would have been.
You know, I never really thought about Demon that way. He's just a very charitable guy.
He is. He's a bro.
He's a bro. We'll see some pressure mid. And Jo looking for a Demonic Purge. Maybe going to go in, scouting with Shadow Poison.
Ooh, I thought you might have been able to get it on way too sexy there.
Yeah, it is nighttime. I think just got fogged at the last second. Could have poisoned first and then gone for it, but didn't in the end. And while this is happening, we can take a look at the gold graph, the experience graph. It's been a lot of early movement. Your score 7-5, 9.5 minutes in. For Dignitas, I think the big thing is now they're getting farm on AUI 2000. Their Nature's Prophet has a Midas. Snake King has not been dying this game. Well, I mean, he's been dying, but he's still been getting his core items, is what I mean to say. He's 2-2.
Yep.
Been involved early. We'll see Demon get caught out again in the jungle. Now Fog is level 6, and Universe says, give me that gold. This Mirana is getting a bit out of control.
Yeah, but that's really where the focus is with Team Dignitas now, is Fear actually puts down a little bit of harass. Just going to get stunned out. Oh my god, is he going to go down?
Oh, that's a disaster. Now an Illuminate comes through. Beatus hits 4, but the Mirana ult deployed. Snake King will fall before he goes invis. Sentry Ward dropped after the fact. But this all buys time for AUI.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what I was going to say. The storyline is about the Mirana, just how good Universe got off to as a start. He's going to be able to mess the map up, just make everything very uncomfortable for EG in terms of where they're going to farm, how they're going to rotate, and all the meanwhile, they don't need the anti-mage just because of how well the Mirana's done. And also to mention Snaking, even though, yeah, he's, got in a few kills, given a few kills, he's also picked up a hand of Midas, so soon, he's going to be catching up in terms of the net worth. He's actually top of net worth with 3,900, but he's going to be more relevant sooner than I think the Doom will be played by Demon, just because, well, he's currently still got his bottle. There's some boots of speed. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would suggest Demon picks up some intelligence items.
Oh, boy. Shots fired all over the place today from James.
Jo mid with invisibility. He's actually just on the high ground.
Waiting to make a kill happen away, too. He'll
Here
get disrupted. Now the Soul Catcher comes. The double clap will be there. Purge thrown out for good measure. He'll go down. The other piece of good news for Dignitas is the only hero that can really kill the Anti-Mage is Demon as the Doom. But he doesn't have a Shadow Blade. He doesn't have any great way to instantly initiate. So to kill AUI, it's probably going to take a roaming party of 3 or 4. So even if he dies, Universe gets something. And if you don't deal with the Universe, he probably finds solo kills. Therefore, I feel AUI should be able to get quite a bit of farm as this game progresses. Despite having a slow start, he's now your lead CSer, 55-7, actually out-farming the Phantom Lancer pretty comfortably.
This is really dangerous for EG if they're going to stay at that tier 1 tower. It's good they backed off. They actually did just drop a sentry. They didn't have any sentries down earlier, and Fogged was in position. He's level 6, almost level 7 with Vendetta, and that could have gone really bad for him. But Team Dignitas just turn up. Their presence alone says, back off EG. This is not your tower to take now. And Aoi 2000 still collecting some gold on the top lane. Fear also doing pretty decent on the bottom lane, but Universe there to try
he
to
could
make
be
that
in
a
trouble.
harder.
They were trying to disrupt him, but AUI blinks away at the last possible second. Oh, man. Even if they get that disrupt, he might have blinked away before the Doom came out. Would have been close, but, well, he gets away in the end. And now Fear pushing the bottom lane. Universe driven back a bit. Double damage rune once again picked up for Snake King. He'll pop it now. They're looking to take a tier 1.
Yeah, this will be theirs.
And EG just not a great defensive lineup. Keeper of the Light, the one hero who can really defend the towers, but with this slow of a start against a Prophet who's getting double damage runes constantly and a Nyx Assassin, it's a bit dangerous for him to set up shop. And as a result, Dignitas, they'll take a tower mid. And now they'll find Bambo in the jungle. The arrow off the mark, but it doesn't matter. Mono Void's available. He even blows a Hand of God in before going down. Didn't really like the usage of that, but, well, he'll take a spell.
Yeah, this is going in Dignitas' favor. The last few engagements, defending mid-tower, taking mid-tower, picking up a level 6 or 7 Chen there with their carry and also having Universe around for some of the assist gold. They shouldn't be able to stop this tower going down top by any means. They shouldn't even try to do so. With EG, it's sad to say, but the game relies on the shoulders of Fear. So pretty much what they're used to, so they'll be fine playing like this.
His team is making it awful hard for him, though, and Fear, the offensive challenge is not really working out. The fact that Bambo got driven out of the jungle early, and then they gave up those few kills, Fear getting picked off, as well as I think the biggest thing is the story of this game continues to be Universe got 3 kills on Demon, 1v1 in the off lane, got a solo kill very early. EG have tried to put a lot of heroes in play to react to that, and in doing so, well, they've given a lot of space away to AUI 2000. Now there's a Nyx with level 6, actually a bit more. He's 7. There's a lot of heroes for Dignitas who can create space. The only hero I see for DG who can is Demon's Doom, and with just basic boots, it's hard to actually get in range to create any space.
But I also think that Jo is going to be a big factor in this, just because he's pretty over-leveled as far as a Shadow Demon, because he got to play the mid-role. He's halfway, just over halfway maybe, towards his Force Staff, which could be a really big item in terms of helping people out when they get sprouted, or stopping the follow-up stun from the Shrek if you're able to Force Staff them away if they're facing the right direction. So really need to be on point. And here we go, over by the rune.
Yeah,
Universe is like, this is where I'm going to chill.
He leaps up on the hill, and for the time being, he'll be okay. He pops his Illusion Rune. He's fighting from the comfort of the high ground. He gets doomed. Probably going down now. Demon, however, will pay with his life. He throws out the Doom. It's a 1-for-1 thus far. Jo on the run. Almost out of mana to disrupt. He just gets one off. Now he turns it around. AUI driven back. 2 heroes low. Another big Illuminate. But in comes Fog Dota looking for a kill. Can he find a backstab? Fear just saying, screw this fight. I'm going to farm. And in comes the Prophet Teleport, perhaps. AUI blinking forward. Bambo right back into the meat grinder. jumping into 4 heroes. Shocking that he would try to fight there.
I think they should have all just backed away to tower and safety, but they turned an engagement which was pretty even in terms of how it worked out, and that's what EG would be happy with. And then giving away Bambo goes once again in Dignitas' favor. And where is Fear? I'm looking for Fear.
He's got a Yasha now, I believe.
Yeah, he's back in base, and he has to go all the way to top lane to farm, but then they're going to need him bottom lane to defend, as Snake King comes in with the Nature's Prophet, and already the pressure's going out. There's just Bdiz behind there, level 3 Illuminate, and he needs to get out of here.
Oh,
Instantly
no Carapace
TPs.
from Fogged. Could maybe have gone for this kill. If he Carapaces there, that's a dead Keeper of the Light, but it's not quick enough on the reaction. The tier 1 will fall bottom in spite of that fact, and Snake King now has a Shadow Blade, so they can split push really effectively. EG, I just don't see any way they can actually get kills except for the Doom. Maybe the Shadow Demon with a Force Staff, but as long as AUI 2000 holds on to some Magic Stick charges, he can always pop the Magic Stick after Disruption, immediately blink out. Hard to kill him without Doom. Same for this Mirana, who's now starting to get a bit tankier, going for a Yasha. And they've got great split push, they've got great gank potential. EG feeling a bit one-dimensional. Like you said, it's gonna have to be the Fear show if they want to take this lane.
Yeah, and it's not too bad, just because they have Bdiz playing the Keeper of the Light, so they're able to kind of pull Fear around and get the farm around the tier 2 towers, since EG now have no tier 1 towers.
Oh, wow. Look at Fogged. Just all the way deep in enemy territory.
Oh,
Perfect synchronization. The Prophet ult splashing through right as he engages. That's teamwork, James. That's teamwork.
Yeah, so I was just going to say, like, Fear should be able to pick up some farm. Demon, though, however, I'm not surprised, but he's gone for a Hand of Midas. For me, it doesn't feel like the best pickup just because of how far you are behind and you might want to fight. I would have preferred to have seen the Doom maybe just pick up the early... Oh,
they've smoked, and now Bambo caught out. He's going to run north. He knows he's dead. He just wants to get away. As soon as that smoke was dispelled, he wanted to get his team to safety, but Universe is going to collect the tax. No, it goes to Snake King. To go Midas on the Doom at this point, AUI already has his Battle Fury.
Yeah.
You're not keeping up with an anti-mage with a Battle Fury. As sure, Doom's a great farmer if you have a good start, but he's already 3k gold behind. It's only going to get worse.
I would have just gone something like Drums, to be honest.
Yeah, a Drums, the Arcane Boots you mentioned would be... I guess they don't really need them because they already have someone JO and they have a Keeper of the Light, but even working towards a Force Staff, a Shadow Blade would be okay. They need pressure on Dignitas, so AUI feels more reluctant to farm aggressively. If you just trade like this, Fear's got to get 6 slotted. That's the only way they're going to win. I don't think having a little bit extra farm on Demon matters near as much. And well, speaking of Demon, he'll go down here. Easy kill, most likely for Fog. Dropping low. Here comes your Prophet TP. Now Sprouted, held in position. Gets off a Doom on Fog, but still goes down. Bambo maybe could be next. No, a Force Staff forward from Jo. Throwing out the poison. Purge on Snake King. In comes Universe, though. He's going to drop the nuke. Hits 2. Brings the pain. Now a Sprout on Jo. Caught in position. Brought down quite quickly. Still alive to Fog. Wildly whiffing on that stun. Won't matter. 3 bite the dust. And all Fear was doing was farming. Now he joins the fight, though. A great 2-hero stomp. Bambo delivers a much-needed kill. Universe should live, however. Leap available soon. He'll get away. But a nice kill. Nice stomp from Bambo. They at least get 2 kills there.
Yeah, nicely done, yeah, by Bambo. Also, Jo, just the amount of time he was able to survive and keep the fight going actually gave the time needed for Fear to come in and pick up some low heroes in terms of HP. So, actually, that worked out as best as it could for Dignitas. Sorry, for EG. I didn't think the fights were going to go that kind of way. So, Dignitas need to be a little bit careful still. I would rather Dignitas really just close up the map. Use Fogged on the Nyx Assassin just to constantly scout, look for these pickoffs, bring in the Nature's Prophet played by Snake King, and actually put some pressure down onto the tier 2 towers. Aoi's doing that across the bottom lane now as Fear farms the top lane. And Aoi's going to back off bottom lane, and Fear has to be a little bit careful because, as you can see there, it's Universe Invis. But he's just like, no, I'm going to kill your illusions. I hate these illusions. They
wanted to make a go on Fear, but now he's got a Diffusal Blade. So in order to kill him, they'll need a gem or they'll need Sentry Wards, and they got to get the jump on him quickly. With that big army up, it'd be a bit dangerous. They'll back off. And for Dignitas, like you said, they want to find pickoffs here and there.
One pick off tower push, one pick off tower push, one pick off Roshan, go to base. For me, that would be the logical kind of steps, because as soon as they get a pick off, you can't stop them pushing.
AUI's going to get disrupted. Now Soul Catcher could be doomed. Blinks away just in the nick of time. Demon unable to doom him before he blinks. And now Wave 2 will back off. AUI thinking about coming back in, and Snake King teleports directly into the middle of the fight. Okay, he will get doomed immediately. AUI blinking to the right. Snake King going to take a spill. And now the Force Staff forward. They give chase on AUI. He'll blink north again. He'll get out. Now this is where Dignitas just split push as quickly as possible, try and slow down EG, or at least punish them if they group, because you really need that Prophet to fight.
Yeah, that, you could see that Dignitas wanted to get a pick off, but unfortunately they were like, yo, we can kill people, they're not by the tower, let's go. But yeah, Snake King, that teleport in to 4 members of EG, plus obviously all the creeps as well. Yeah, it wasn't optimal, but they are able to, Dignitas still able to put some pressure down. They put some pressure on the mid tower. The Fear has rotated out, and if Dignitas pick up any kills here...
AUI, he wanted to blink out. He walked right in. He got disrupted. A beautiful net from Bambo, buys them the kill. Now a split earth from Bambo, but no ability to engage. Beat is still lurking in the tree line. They continue to give chase despite not having the anti-mage. The Prophet,
they've got Mirana coming around the back. That's why
Fog could be in trouble. Let's see if Universe can hit a big arrow. Even if he does, I don't know if he's got the burst. He starts with the arrow. Now the nukes come out. Bambo not disrupted. Jo already used his disruption, and now it's on cooldown. Now the stun on Jo trying to be recalled out won't be possible. He'll go down. Demon could be next here. He'll TP out on the tree line. Arrow still cooling down. Carapace, gets him with the Carapace. That's some great support play. Was using the Scorched Earth and goes down. Really smart play there by Fog.
Yeah, that's really nice. And Dignitas, I think they're healthy enough to put some pressure on the tier 2 tower bottom. They got a good 30 seconds until Jo and Demon will be back up. And Fear's just going to push top, but Aoi's going to defend. He's got Battle Fury. Still, though, doesn't want to take on all those illusions, but that tier 1 tower, it might be going down, actually.
These deaths on Aoi are really hurting them. Like, he does need to be pretty fat to deal with Phantom Lancer.
Yeah. But that's what you said earlier as well. It's their way of engaging. They don't have a clean way to engage here unless they can get an impale off. And Aoi's gone in a few times kind of by himself where there's not been a stun set up, and he's easily kind of focused, especially as Jo likes to lock him down as quickly as possible. And that's, as we mentioned, the Shadow Demon played by Jo is a little bit good sometimes versus the anti-mage, even with just 1 point into mana break.
The good news for Dignitas, they might sneak a Roshan here. 3 heroes in the pit, the Trance working on it now. Universe Manta style up, Blink Dagger for Fog. It's not a particularly fat anti-mage, but they have a lot of, their supporting cast overall feels much more impactful than, say, a Doom with a Midas and an Ogre Club, a Chen with just a Mech only level 8, and a Keeper of the Light with a Vitality Booster. They might not have the hardest carry in this game, certainly not with the amount of farm AUI is getting, but now he'll get an Aegis. Now he should be able to farm a little bit more safely. Unlikely to die. He blinks onto the high ground just for the second. EG, they did smoke up, but they did it a bit late. They won't be able to stop this Roche, obviously, but, well, maybe he can find a kill on AUI and pop this Aegis. If he goes into the bottom lane, he's probably going down.
I wish EG would just invest money when they get it into a gem. I think that would be huge. If they're able to get the jump on team fights, you saw how dangerous they are. And with Jo being able to purge somebody, and also Demon, now he's pretty healthy. He's level 11.
This could be bad. They're looking to go in. The Lance flies forth.
This is a dangerous fight to take for EG, but it's maybe a necessity to do something. And they've got sentries to handle the Mirana ulti and also the Nyx Assassin, but I would rather them get a gem and actually look for a pick off of themselves.
Yeah, it's great against the Mirana. It's great against Fog. A couple of heroes that you just... And a Shadowblade Prophet. Not to mention you could de-ward. Yeah, it's a great game for a gem. And this support Doom, honestly, if Demon went for one, I'd say it's well worth the investment. Jo could buy one. Bambo is even close to one. Maybe he'll be the one to do it.
Yeah.
But for the time being, not getting one.
And I think as 4 members allowing Fear to split push, EG are pretty dangerous as a 4-man squad with the Doom and the SD especially. Just because it's like, if they get the jump on you, and they get a Doom off, and they get a Purge off, you're having a bad time, and they're actually doing that.
Having a big engagement right now. Fog gets caught out. He'll get blown up. Now Demon on the run. The Doom was already used. AOI wants to fight this. He'll blink forward. He'll block nice Demon off. But a great stomp by Demon, buying him some time. Arrow will connect. Demon's going to take a fall. 1-for-1 the trade. A Nyx for a Doom. Give a slight edge to Dignitas. I think that Doom's a little more important.
Yeah.
But all fates considered, Fear is just farming this entire time. Diffusal level 2 up, 2,700 gold. And the amount that he's farming compared to what AUI is, he's 2k gold ahead, 1k gold ahead rather. And more importantly, this hero just does more. Phantom Lancer, once he gets a certain amount of items versus an anti-mage who's only got Battle Fury Manta, there's just no dispute. PL is going to be a way higher impact here in the team fights. And AUI's got to farm a lot if he wants to engage.
And I hope I want Fear to go for a Manta style, just for the insta kind of illusions for the team fights, and also some split pushing as well.
Yeah.
But he's saved up 3,200. Not sure what he's going to want to go for. Some key item pickups now. We do actually have a gem out on the map, but it's going to be for Team Dignitas, and we also have a Scythe of Vice on Snaking, which was his pickup after his Shadow Blade. So it's going to get a little bit more dangerous for Fear. What item would you like him to go for? Because he's actually just gone straight for a Talisman of Evasion for that 25% evasion, and maybe looking to finish up a Butterfly as quickly as possible, which could be a great pickup because that AM won't be anywhere near a MKB.
Looks like Fear wants to save for buyback for now, gets the Talisman, could have gone for the Eagle Horn otherwise, and they do have Keeper of the Light, so even if he dies, can recall him right back into the fight. We'll see if he wants to complete a Butterfly. A casual Talisman is by no means bad. He could go back for a Heart, could go back for Manta. Looking at this game, Dignitas have quite a bit of right-click damage, so maybe you do lean towards the Butterfly. Fogged, however, has found Beat and with the Prophet ult, they'll find a pick-off here. It's tough for EG. To be on the map is very risky, just because Dignitas have such great pick-off potential. From the Shadowblade Prophet to the Nyx, the Prophet ult, it's a lot of burst damage for them.
Yeah, now he's taking good advantage of this, just farming up. Still got that Aegis, as we mentioned, that Battle Fury and Yasha. We'll see what item he's going to go for next. I think he's flying out a full Manta. Yeah, he is. So it's going to be the Manta now finished 26 minutes for Aoi 2000. So, yeah, Dignitas have slowed it down a little bit. They seem a little bit cautious just about, how annoying the SD and also Doom can be with the Chen creeps if you're caught in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And they've also got themselves a gem. Which means that they should be able to get map control, which is going to make it a lot harder for Fear to farm, especially against a Scythe of Vice Furion. So Dignitas are playing this very smart, very carefully, very methodically, and it should work out for them unless EG are able to turn some pretty fantastic fights.
Yeah, they've also got 3 heroes that scale quite well. The Anti-Mage, the Mirana, the Prophet, all of them pretty farmed at this point. Nobody massive, but all of them pretty big. If this game goes really, really late, I would actually favor Dignitas at one point. There will be that window where Fear is a one-man wrecking crew, but if you go beyond that, if you go to the 50, the 60-minute mark, I'd actually say Dignitas probably have the edge. Demon just is not at a point where he can impact the game. Aside from just throwing out Doom, he's a melee creep. I still think Dignitas, slightly better late game, no real pressure on them except not to get picked off. If they give up an Aegis, if they lose a big team fight, if Fear starts to snowball with the million monkey army, well, it could get bad for them, but looks like they want to push mid. Aegis still online for about a minute here. Let's see if they commit.
This should be a tower that EG can defend if they're able to bring their Kotl back in time. Jayo's just currently pushing out top. He's picked himself up an ultimate orb, so we're expecting him to go for his own sheepstick as well, which would be a great pickup if you're able to get that on your SD.
That's true, and that is an X factor for EG we haven't really discussed. They can disrupt AUI. Even if he gets fat, it might end up helping them. He'll blink back, Illuminate splashes through, now pops the Manta style. He'll take the tower.
Tower's gone.
Oh, do they actually look to fight this? No, Dignitas, they'll play it safer this time. They're happy with what they got. They will back off in anti-mage wars in the mid lane.
I think, personally, EG should have been there a little bit earlier and actually taken a team fight.
Aegis was about to end.
Yeah,
a bit close.
But the thing is, it's like you don't have to want to kill the AM. Just be in position with your team to disrupt him. If you disrupt him and then you want to play around him, you can. And you might be able to pick up a kill with the, as I mentioned, Purge and Doom. And you've still got that 4-staff on JO for defensive play if you need to. But they had a lot up. I guess another factor that EG are up against, Bambo is currently just level 9, so it's only level 1. In the Hand of God, but also maybe EG didn't want to come back and defend because Demon was finishing off his BKB, which he now has, and Fear also has a completed Butterfly.
Yeah, against 3 right clickers, I actually think this is probably the best item for him to get. 3 heroes that dish out significant DPS, and now they might go in on Fear. The Blink Impale from Fog completely off the mark. The gem, who actually has that gem now? Snakehate's got it.
Okay.
Oh, I like this a lot because he can just
if he goes on,
PL is split pushing and they have a +1, he's almost certainly dead.
Yeah, I thought it would have been on Fog. I was clicking around and I was like, wait a minute.
The only thing that's dangerous is this is Snake King. He did TP into 4 enemy heroes and die earlier this game. He's an aggressive player. He's got to hold on to this gem. If he gives it away, that's a big, big loss for Dignitas.
So, looking at net worth, Snaking still currently on top, but you can see Fear is catching up. He's been in the number 2 spot for a little while, but at the same time, Aoi 2000 is keeping up with him. So, It's very, like, as you say, Dignitas do have the advantage. Obviously, you can see there the gold graph. But if one team fight goes well enough in EG's favor,
Yeah.
that's really where,
turn.
yeah, it really can turn the game back, and they might be able to get a Roshan after it, or at least just get some map control and get some of their supports needed levels, as well as gold.
And they just have the kind of draft where if the fight starts to go bad for Dignitas, it's virtually impossible for them to get out.
Yeah.
You can't really run from a Shadow Demon with a Force Staff. You can't run from Phantom Lancer with constant Lance spam. The Doom can maybe set up one kill for you, and then if EG start to win the fight, I think especially because of the PL, they can snowball it and maybe Dignitas ends up losing 3-4 heroes. That could give away Roche as well. So EG, they do kind of need to find a fight along those lines where they just start with a nice Doom, get some follow-up kills, and go from there. But for the time being, it's hard for them to engage simply because Dignitas has such great split push. Prophet, obviously a great split pusher. Anti-Mage with Battle Fear as well. Then even this Mirana, the early Maelstrom, nice little pickup for Universe. The splash is going to be
really helpful
against the illusions.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I'm curious, Aoi 2000, what he's going to go from next. He sat on 3,400 gold after his completed Manta style that he got at 26 minutes, so he's able to farm from 26 minutes to 32. 3,500 gold, there we go. Bruno, eat your heart out, I remembered. Not going to do the stats on it, though. I would like to see him get heart, personally, just because he's going to be a pretty high priority target with Doom and Purge, and I think Heart might be a little bit better than BKB, but I'm not sure. You know, I'm not the guy that knows everything. Just something.
Yeah, it's a game where you could get a BKB, but Doom's universal damage still goes through it. You still can get Purged. There's a lot of right click. I would, Heart or Butterfly, I think for sure is the choice this game.
I think Butterfly would leave him
safer.
too low on HP, and I'm pretty sure that EG have enough items now where they should be pretty comfortable in a fight, and you can actually see them smoked up mid, looking for looking to make something happen, and that's what I mean. They've had some core items. They could take a fight, and I wouldn't feel comfortable with Anti-Mage with 1,400 HP, but that's because he just picked up a Skull Basher. Maybe it was too early to ask him to go to a Heart and too defensive, but
he's gone Basher against a PL that has a Butterfly.
Yeah,
so
I'm really not keen on the Basher pickup.
The one nice thing is if he jumps in and gets a first hit bash on Jo, he can just kill the Shadow Demon, or maybe even the Doom, before they use any of their crucial spells. The Disruption, the Doom. It's a bit risky, though, whereas the Heart is just a very safe, reliable item. You get a Reaver. If he just lives for a while, Arrow's going to fish mid. EG barely able to avoid that one, but a blink forward, now it's done. Demon's been caught. Look at him melt. And that might just be Roche. In fact, it is. Demon will be forced to buy back, but Dignitas, I think they'll do it too quickly for EG.
EG should be able to contest. They will be able to bring in Demon. But yeah, I don't know why. After EG didn't find anything in the enemy jungle, they really should have been a bit more careful about how they were leaving. And yeah, again, that Skull Basher did pay off in that instance. It was a nice item to kill Demon.
He looked pretty screwed either way. The Blink, Impale, there was a lot of burst damage. And Aegis, once again to AUI. And now, he's gone for an aggressive item, but there's not many ways to punish it. Universe gets Lance, he'll leap out, he'll Manta out of the slow, and he should be able to escape. And now
they
EG.
don't have any sentries on them.
No, they've got some on the Chen.
They got two. Yeah.
Well, Bambo's just deployed them. They really need like you said earlier, they really need a gem. I mean, they need the map control. They need it for the other three invisible spells. The Nyx Assassin, Vendetta Initiation, the Prophet, Shadowblade, and we'll see an Initiation bottom lane. But Fear, he's been caught out. Snake Hane's come prepared. Blows him up. There's your Mana Void to the face. And this could be trouble. There's buyback on the PL, but forcing him to buy back when he's already trying to outcarry three pretty strong late game heroes is really going to put Fear in a bad position.
Yeah, he's going to buy back as well. Yeah, so, I mean, the Skull Basher has paid off. I've been proven wrong. Aoi 2000, he knows everything. But mainly I feel that's worked out pretty well just because some of the positioning of EG, they really needed to find a smoke fight, not even a gank, is actually just get the initiation the way you wanted it. They haven't been able to, and now they're going to have to sit back and defend. And I don't think Dignitas are going to mess up in this situation. It really comes down to when they want to go. When's the Doom going to come in and the Purge?
It looks like it could be a bit bad here for EG. If they lose one lane of Rax, they're probably going to lose this game. So much split push for Dignitas. Once they take one, very hard for EG to leave their base. Very hard to see how they can do anything there. Dignitas playing it safe, playing it slow. They used Manta Illusions to siege just a little bit. Those illusions were disrupted and came back as EG illusions. AUI, if he wants to go for an Abyssal Blade here, will just about have the goal. Dignitas, if they take this game, will be the 1 seed coming out of Group C in the Corsair Summer Tour. And I really think if you're Dignitas, this is the perfect way to do it. Put Prophet one side of the map. You can even put Anti-Mage mid if you'd like, and the other 3 in the other lane. They don't really have to 5v5, and EG, there's just no great initiation. BKB Doom just has to walk in.
Yeah.
Not much he can do. There's no Shadow Blade, there's no Blink Impale. They don't have a Nyx.
It's JO. I mean, they're going to rely on JO, right?
Right.
It's like you either have to get a good disruption and get a follow-up on the target that you want. If he uses his Force Staff offensively, that can be very painful. If an arrow comes in and things get turned around. So it's very unsafe. Currently, EG just happy to make as many illusions as possible and keep Dignitas out of their base. But yeah, EG, they're going to have 1 to 2 chances at a team fight that they need to initiate. If they don't initiate the team fight, I feel that, yeah, Dignitas are going to walk away with they're going to hold the map for another 10 minutes and then they're going to be too farmed. So EG are on a timer, in my opinion, here.
Yeah, and I guess the big question is, can they actually find that fight? Anti-Mage, Prophet, and Mirana, such great split-pushing heroes. If you kill one, that's not enough to me. You've got to kill at least 2, or you've got to take a team fight. And if Dignitas just play their cards right, they'll just keep a few heroes in one lane, the Prophet in another, maybe the Anti-Mage in a third. Although, as I say that, they'll group up 4 bottom. Well, this could play into EG's hands. 4 heroes grouped up. There is potential if they have a perfect team fight to turn this game around, but it still is going to be tough. They're fighting against a lot of gold, a lot of carry items. AUI jumps in with a fresh, shiny
nice
Abyssal. Great disruption by Jo. Buys him time and space to run away. Now the stun comes. Demon, no Doom just yet. AUI still duking out. Aegis has still a minute or so to go. While this is happening, Prophet taking that top lane of Rax. So even though Dignitas don't find any kills here, well, it's advantage them. Snake will take 1 lane of Rax. Well executed split push. A bit of Rat Dota from Dignitas, but Rat Dota is winning Dota.
Yeah, no, it was really good. Fear found Aoi found a target he could jump on and put EG on the defensive, and that just brought enough time for the Nature's Prophet. And currently, they're still pretty healthy and still putting down some pressure on that tower. And you can see that Snake King is just like, this game's beautiful. It's just 1v0 nothing.
1v tower. AUI will get stunned. He'll get brought down. Doom is online. Maybe they can kill him. Maybe they can kill him again. He gets doomed, trying to blink away. He turned forward, then he backed off. Now a Blink Impale comes, but he will fall. Snake King still working on the mid tier 3. Dignitas, they're just trying to prevent EG from defending. EG probably saying, screw it, we just want the kills. Maybe they'll try and force the issue here soon and barrel down the mid lane.
But it's okay. I mean, you lose 1 set of racks, and you have a Phantom Lancer, and you just took the AM off the map. It's not that bad because you should be able to still push out your lanes with the PL and having the Coral there as well to move him around. So I think EG are just going to try and hold on and then make something happen at Roche. There is nothing for them to do apart from just get farm, make sure their base doesn't go down, but do not let Dignitas get another Aegis on the Anti-Mage, because once again, he'll do the similar tactic. He'll go in, dive, put EG on the defense where they have to like use all their pretty much good spells to save the champ.
Yeah.
So EG get as much as they can out of the map right now. They probably won't be forcing a buyback here by going up to this tower. I'd imagine they should be able to defend with just the glyph.
Snake King, he did find this Radiant Courier. Now he's going to scythe up Bambo.
Really?
There was no items on it. Bambo gets sprouted. Sprout's going to whiff. Bambo on the run. Still
Bambo.
juking.
Run.
Bambo might be okay. He's buying time and space for his team to push in the middle lane. Arrow to fly. Narrowly to miss on Fear. Snake King, TP, just to use. Bambo will escape. And still, they're standing mid. The EG.
EG need to get the fuck out of here. That's my professional opinion. And Demon has to run. He's got no. He's got the gem.
Oh, he's going to spot Snake King here. There's no Doom, though. And Demon pops a BKB.
Demon.
He's got to back off. There's your Mirana ult. Do they just jump on Demon? Can they bring him down? If they Abyssal him, he's screwed. But they can't get in range. It is a melee range ability. Now he comes back in. He wants to eat Universe. He gets sent back. That's why.
Nice.
And now goes on Jo. There's your Abyssal Blade. Jo dropping fast. Can't even get a disruption off. He'll take a spill. Bambo in trouble as well. Snake King on the backside. Found Beatas. That's 3. That could just be game.
Yeah, that could be it.
Fear, no buyback. If he dies, that's going to be definitely it. They'll buy back on their Shadow Demon. Already down 1 lane of Rax. Here comes Dignitas. 5 grouped up mid, looking for a Game 3 victory.
Come on, JO. Stack that Shadow Poison.
Yep. He'll disrupt AUI. He'll try to start things off the right way. Unfortunately, is it enough? It doesn't seem that way. Snake King pushing the bottom lane once again. The split push is brilliant from Dignitas. An arrow to hit on Demon. Universe doing a lot of damage here. He's still got a leap. Not using it yet. Just trying to chip away. Playing rather safe and stable. Now Snake King. He wants the Rex. He'll get the Rex. Fear charges in. Scythe cooling down. It just gets used. Now, Snake King will have to back. If he dies, it'll be a gem on the sidelines.
No
Doom.
Look at that.
Demon has his gem still. They might be able to get this kill. Fogs, however, is going to dissuade the aggression. And then Wave 2 goes back in mid. It's just going to be whack-a-mole Dota from here, I feel. And I don't know if EG can withstand it any longer. This might be too much, James.
Yeah.
Well, Wave 2 might be pretty dead as well. Pops his Ghost Scepter on the run. Bambo giving chase. Not able to bring him down yet. The Penitence was there. And they've overextended. Beatus is going to pay for this with his life. Gets impaled. Gets Mana Burned as well. Blown up by Universe. Unstoppable Mirana. 10-1 and 5. Boy, is this guy a player or what?
So Fear has 6,400 gold, and he's like, I really want to get to that secret shop. I need something. But
I don't know what he
Curry
gets.
is dead.
I mean, even no matter what he gets, be it a heart, be it if he decides that he wants a Divine Rapier or something unusual, I don't know that it matters because he can't be everywhere. That's the issue. Even with Relocate, Dignitas just, they pop one hero top, EG go to defend there, then they go back in bottom. It's whack-a-mole Dota, and it's very hard for EG's lineup to deal with. There's just not a hero like a Storm Spirit who can instantly show up and kill anyone who's split pushing.
Yeah, Fear's going to go for a heart. Roshan's up in 2 minutes. Dignitas, they just really have to lean on this game to be able to win it. If they wait for the Roshan fight, EG could make something happen. But again, we've been saying that a while. But you can see how dangerous they are as a lineup once they can actually make stuff like an actual team fight go down. But the biggest problem, EG have just been getting picked off one by one when they've either been running away or the initiation from Team Dignitas has just been too strong for them.
Yeah, this Abyssal Blade for AUI, it seemed a little awkward at first, but it's really paid off this game. I think the biggest thing is, well, there's two big things. One is, it doesn't make your illusion stronger. So against Shadow Demon, it's a nice pickup in that way. And the other big thing is, he just has been able to instantly kill a hero as soon as he goes in. They'll go in on Fear now. They've scythed him up. I don't think they want to engage onto Fear. He's very tanky. The Heart's online. Universe trying to do what he can. The Purge was thrown out by Jo. Now the Poison comes out. And while this is happening, look at Snake King going straight for the third lane of Rex. EG just helpless to deal with the split push. Snake King will fall. He'll drop a gem as well, but that's about to be mega creeps. And now Bambo's on the run. In they go. Do they really want to fight against Fear, though? Maybe they're playing a bit too aggressively. Buyback from Snake King. Straight back into the fray. Arrow to connect. Universe friggin' Dota. Once again, he's done it. Beat is in trouble. Dropping pretty fast. Fear trying to plug 1,000 holes on the dike all at once, and I just don't know if it's enough. Now, the disruption. AUI, driven back for the time being. He gets purged. He's still okay. And Snake King will TP out. It's mega creeps, and I think at long last, EG are thoroughly screwed.
Yeah, that was the right thing for Dignitas to do. Like, as I said, they just have to lean on EG to be able to win this game. These racks should have been going down. Always turning up into, you know, a couple of different ways to attack, and even Snaking there, just TPing on top of the racks mid as Aoi 2000 clears up bottom.
You know, he's really played this Prophet well this game. Snake King, I feel, sometimes is kind of the weak link on Dignitas, but he's been one of their key players this game.
Yeah, definitely has.
There was that one questionable TP, but you play Prophet, you want to get involved in the fights, you'll give up one of those every once in a while.
I'm just impressed, like, how this has worked out so well for Aoi 2000 in terms of his item choice. Like, he's only been picked off in a not a key area, but after the Aegis went off like once bottom, but it didn't really matter because they kind of got what they wanted. But he's died 3 times, only got 4 kills, but he's literally just been allowing his team to do what they want.
And the Abyssal Blade has made such a difference in these fights. If Shadow Demon just dies instantly without getting off a disruption, EG's team fight somewhat falls apart, and it also discourages Fear from trying to go in solo and kill the entire enemy team. If he gets Abyssal, there's some follow-up damage, could go down. Speaking of Fear, there's the arrow, won't connect. Universe up to a Crystalist and an MKB. He's really improved his inventory. They have 3 heroes that collectively probably have more farm than all of EG outside of the Phantom Land, so that's a lot of gold on those carries. They'll push in top, they'll push in bottom. EG, they might just say, screw it, we're going to try and throne it, because if we don't now, there's just no way. They'll TP back.
Aoi's already on the tier 4 towers, and Snaking's coming in as
Even
well,
if they get some kills here, remember he's got Aegis, this looks bad. EG, death by 1,000 cuts, death by 1,000,000 anti-mages, and they're going to lose Bambo. He stayed in the mid lane far too long, he gives up a kill. Still the Prophet lurks top, and still the anti-mage was lurking bottom just now. I believe TPing out. Yeah, AUI rejoining the middle lane up to 6.5k. EG can't leave their base. They can't not leave their base. It's looking hopeless.
Yeah, it's a new game for Fear. It's how many illusions can I create? This is going to be it's like what's the maximum on PL actually?
I believe is it 10? No, 8. It's 8, I think.
8 illusions, really? I thought it was like around the 20 or 15.
Well, from
mark.
8 juxtapose illusions. I think if you use the lance and the
Corsair.
oh well, we'll see a Doom here on Snake King. Gets caught out. Jo dropping pretty quickly. Demon trying to bring him down, and Snake King probably going to fall here. Buyback not available for 3 minutes. Doom will finish the kill. Oh, but they may have paid a hefty price for this one. Demon will fall, and now Beat is in trouble. Has a TP, it just cooled down, the arrow off the mark, but it buys Universe enough vision to get the kill. It'll be there. Wow.
No Nature's Prophet, though.
Well,
EG
triple buyback from EG.
EG is scrapping it out.
A little friendly banter here between the teams. EG, they got their licks in verbally after game 1. A game they probably should not have won, but Fear did play like a boss. But now, Dignitas, they're answering back in many ways. And this is just a matter of time.
Yeah, I just think they want to waste Team Dignitas' lives, just because they have nothing else better to do after the game. EG, that is. And they know that Owie 2000's a boss, and he's got, like, dates and everything. So
They've got the layer, though.
Yes, they have
the EG layer. That is like the creepiest name for a house ever.
That's a good name, though. They're called Evil Geniuses. What,
Yeah.
You're in a layer. There we go. Fear bottom lane.
Blink in, Impale comes from Fogged. Fear taking a bit of damage. Carapace deployed. He's out of mana already. And now middle lane, a few try to push that lane down. They're going to get Fogged. It's a nice little kill on the Nyx. But can they actually leave the base? That's still the big question. Prophet dead, Anti-Mage alive. Even if you kill like 3 heroes of Dignitas, you have to kill Anti-Mage, Prophet, and the Mirana, or I think you just get backdoored to death.
They're doing good, though. They're making the situation look decent, EG. They've got Fear defending, and he can boost the travel up. I feel really bad for Jo, by the way. He's had that ultimate orb for, like, the whole game. And
he's not getting a sight
able to get
device.
his
That's
sight
just
device.
not happening. Here we go. Big team fight break out mid while AUI works on the throne. The tier 4 probably falling fast. We'll keep an eye on the action here. Demon dropping low. Everybody driven back. Fog comes in. Tries to finish it. They're going to throne it. AUI 2000 will win the game for his team along with Snake King. They just got out split pushed. That's such a crappy way to lose. Nothing is more infuriating than that.
Well, I think they lost a little while ago,
That's
to be
true.
fair. I think Dignitas, like, there were scary moments in the game where if EG got the initiation and the target they wanted in a smoke gank or a fight over Roche, they could have got map control. If they had map control, they could have actually got back into the game. But Dignitas just didn't give them map control. They snuck a Roche in. They had the gem the majority of the game, and it was them making the pickoffs. Especially having that gem on Snake King was really nice, because just being able to teleport anywhere on the map, being able to shadow blade in, and then even if you find Fear, Fog's normally pretty close. Owie 2000 is also very mobile and had his Abyssal later, but also the Skull Basher. It worked out well for him. But I really didn't like the fact that EG didn't seem very well coordinated when they were leaving their base and looking for something and then returning from the fight. Like, what was Bambo doing, like, in jungle? It's like they use Mirana's ulti. I can't even remember the name. Moonlight Shadow.
Oh, the one where he just ran back in.
And he's just like, oh, it's fine, guys. They won't chase me. I'll just pick up some creeps. And then, like, B-Diz is down by the tower. He's like, and Fear's already fucking bottled it. He's like, he's gone. And then Bambo's, like, surprised that they were moving down towards a tier 1 tower that was going to drop and find a Chen in a jungle. So they just didn't seem coordinated enough to actually stop the pickoffs. And if they were able to, that could have gone EG's way.
This is 3 games in a row where Bambo's support play. I don't mean to pick on the guy. I think he's a fantastic offlaner. I think he's actually one of the stronger, more underrated ones in the Western scene, but I think his support play is just not his strong suit. Too aggressive, getting picked off a lot, a little bit overconfident at times, and tries to go for big flashy plays on heroes like Chen Shadow Demon. That's just not what the hero's really designed to do.
Yeah, I just find EG... they can be one of the best teams in the world, and they also can be one of the worst. Or at least not worst, but throw games they shouldn't have to throw.
Yeah.
And it really comes down to...
I don't know if this was a full-on...
They got some young players,
Yeah.
and they don't have a real stable performance every game. And I think if you're going to win anything in Dota 2, you need to be able to have... Like, your stable play should be at least, 20% of your... 20-30% of your peak, and you should be able to bring it every time. But unfortunately, EG, a little bit out of sorts. Doom had a bad start. Chen had a bad start. Fear actually did okay. Jo did nice, but the Mirana, the Furion of Team Dignitas made the map accessible, and then the supports got a lot more.
I just gotta say, Universe is a beast.
Yeah.
13-1-6. It was a bad matchup for Demon. Like, Doom should lose that lane unless he has. If he gets a hell, I haven't played the matchup, but I mean, you just think about it: a 1 base armor hero. Actually, I think it's a 0 base armor for Doom, but he got a buff a couple patches ago. I believe it is 1, but very weak to melee, to ranged harassment. Had a slow start. Gave up that first blood. That was bad for him. Maybe if he gets a Satyr, gets the HP regen or an early Wildkin for the armor R, he's in a bit better shape. Could have died less, but that's the lane Universe should win. But Universe didn't just win it. He crushed that lane. And then you saw EG, it was all a domino effect from there. They had to all rotate to try and help Demon. Demon was slowed down. He tried to catch up with a Midas, but in doing so, it gives so much space to Dignitas to farm 3 carries.
I mean, it was okay as well, the Midas, actually. I kind of criticized it a bit, and I was like, okay, he's a bit far behind, but he did actually get his BKB in a decent time and quite a crucial time to be able to fight. But unfortunately, the mechs were really slow for EG.
Yeah.
I think the Chen was building it, and I felt overall they could have had a lot more going for him.
I just don't know what BKB does for you at that point, because by the time he had his BKB, Mirana had a Maelstrom, a Manta, just right clicks.
He got the BKB just because of Universe's arrows. He was just like, Demon was like, my character looks very big, so therefore it's very easy to hit. Therefore, I must get BKB. And then he was like, I'm just going to practice the start of the game, body blocking the arrows, so when I get my BKB, any arrow thrown out on a team fight, he'll take it with the BKB. And then Universe would be like, Jesus, look at this guy. It's like playing basketball versus a really big version of Demon, because he's about this tall. That's why he was practicing.
He's a nice guy, though, like you said.
Got BKB, body block him. It's a strat. You just next level.
Yeah, we just don't understand it.
I don't understand.
Well, you apparently do.
No,
I don't understand it.
I have no idea either.
In the end, guys, that's going to wrap up today's broadcast. The Corsair Summer Tour 2013 will continue tomorrow. Dignitas will be the 1 seed coming out of Group B. As for EG, they'll drop down, and they will be playing the winner of our other 2 teams, 4FC as well as Denial Esports, your Swedes versus your Peruvians. So the ping should be fun in that game for sure. But that'll be tomorrow. Then EG will play the winner of that. The winner of that game will be second place team. They'll advance out of Group C. But for now, that's going to wrap things up.
Yeah, and if anybody has any advice of some men's clothing stores, because I've seen to have gone to women's, you can just tweet me at follow2GD. Men's clothing stores in LA, because unfortunately this underwear hurts.
You should have gone. You should have gone shopping with Bruno. Shh. All right, we're out. Thanks for watching, guys.